everyone, it's Pam from Glam Junk Journals, and today we are going to be making what I am calling my Shabby fabric scrap trim to use in your junk journals. And my inspiration was something I made probably over 2 years ago. Do you guys ever do that when you look back at something that you've created before and you go, wow, that was really cool. How did I do that? Well, that's where I'm at right here. Let me show you what I did here. I did get this idea from Pinterest, and it was so long ago, I do not remember who to give credit to. So if you're out there and you see this, please let me know. But I just absolutely love this. And I'm like, how did I do that? So we're going to be making something like this today. And let me show you what this is. It's just a mini journal with some corrugated cardboard, and it's a bunch of fabric scraps that I've attached along with some vintage buttons and jewelry. You guys know how I like to add that. And on the back side, it's more of the same with a bunch of different fabric scraps all attached. And this was hand sewn. So if you don't have a sewing machine, that's perfect for this particular project. And just a little side note, I found this at a thrift store. What the heck is this? But lo and behold, it clips my little mini journal together. Ha ha, yay. So what we're going to start out with is, I'm looking at this going, how did I start this? A piece for your base. And this I used this was a placemat, a lace placemat that I just cut up, and it can be any length, but I want to start with something so far as the width about 2 inches. Let me see, 2.5. So I brought a piece of scrap lace out. Yeah, it's about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to move this over to the side, this cute little guy. I love that. And you can start out with a piece of lace. Doesn't need to be lace, just something that's a little more sturdy. See, this is pretty, you can stretch it and it's not going to tear or anything like that, or a piece of fabric. So I don't know what I'm going to use for this particular one. And they could be any length or any width. This, I'm going to stick with about 2.5 inches wide though on this particular project here. So let's just get into it. So that's going to be the base. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. And what I think makes this look so cool is there's a bunch of variety of pieces in here. I've got lace, a little bit of lace there. I've got burlap. I've got fabric, tulle, and ribbon. And they're all different sizes. So that's what I think I want to try and emulate today, because I think it gives it more dimension and more interest. But that's, again, my opinion. And, cut up your fabrics and laces and whatever you have at hand in your scrap pile. And let's get going. So I'll show you what I got here. I've got some sparkly burlap. I've got some fabrics that I've cut up, and these are all scraps from my piles, a big basket of scraps. And another thing is, when you're gathering your fabrics, I like to choose different weights of fabrics. So for example, this is a brocade. It's very thick. It's very thick. This one is also relatively thick. Now this one here, isn't that pretty? That is very satiny, and that is, a thinner fabric, so it's not as sturdy. Same with this one and this one here. And then this is another thick one. This is from a jacket that I got at Goodwill, and I just love it. It's another brocade pattern, so it is very sturdy. And so there's our fabrics here, and I've cut them to, some are wide, some are skinny. And I think that gives interest to the final result here, is different widths. Then I also gathered some lace and tulle. And then this is, I guess this should be in the fabric pile. This is a very, very satiny ribbon. So that is on the flimsy side there. And then, in addition, I got some random ribbons. So we got different ribbons here, a little bit of trim. This fancy thing that I got, this was on clearance, is Christmas. It's probably for wrapping presents, but I just think it's cool. So we might use that. You know, just varying ribbons and laces. Ooh, isn't that one pretty? I don't know if I'll use all of these, but I got them out just in case. So let's get going. All right, so you're going to grab your base. And I think for this one, I'm going to use this fabric. This is from an upholstery sample. I love getting these at thrift stores because not only do they have cool patterns, they're usually pretty sturdy. So they're very versatile to use in your journals here. So we're going to start with that and just grab random. I'm trying to be random here, you guys. Random. Let's grab some fabric. And we're just going to start attaching. And what I've done on this, again, here again, I have to look and remember what I did, is I folded some of the fabric over, meaning, you know, you just kind of smush it on there, right? All right, and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac here just to get it tacked down. This is not going to be the end result here. So let's start with some of our sturdier fabrics here. And like I said, I'm going to just kind of fold over, and you don't have to fold them over. It doesn't really matter. But now remember, this is, like I always say in my tutorials, this is the base. This is not the finished product here, because you're going to look at this and go, well, that's kind of yuck. At least I think it doesn't really look that great right now. But we're layering, guys. We're layering. All right. Now, it seems like I am getting all of the same size here again, right? All right. So we're going to put some others on there. Just, I'm trying to be random. Are you guys that way where I try to, you know, make everything the same? And I'm not going to do that. See, I wanted to cut this and make it skinny just like the other ones. No, let's do a fat one. Let's do a really wide one right here. And just kind of crunch it up at the top. So I think what makes these cool here is the randomness. All right, so I got a lot going on here. Let me see. Let's get some more fabric here. Trying to be random. And I did, whoops, whoa. Fabric's flying here. I did choose as my base for my color scheme. I chose this, which I just think is gorgeous. Doesn't it kind of look like your grandma's couch? I think so. All right, so I think I do need a skinny one of these. So here we go. I'm trying to be random here. Random. All right. And And then towards the end of the video, I hope I remember, I'm going to show you how to use these in your journals and give you some different ideas here. So let's see, what else do I need? Oh, I haven't used this brocade guy yet, huh? Oh. Let's see. Come on here. Oh, wow, this is cool. This is cool. You guys know I love fabric. Fabric is just so much fun, and it adds a lot. In my opinion, it adds a lot to journals. I know some journals, you know, have a lot of clean lines, and I think that that's beautiful too. Don't get me wrong. I love all different styles of journals here, but just for what I gravitate towards the more the better, the layered looks, and where was I going with that thought? I don't know. Okay, so let's just start adding on top of this. Put some random. Let's see, I'm going to need another long one of these. I'm randomly using up different weights of fabric and different types. Okay, that's got to stick down there somehow. Get that going on there. Okay, now let's see what else. Okay, so I've got some of my base layer, and let's refer back to this little guy here. Looks fabulous. All right, so what do we need now? I don't know. Let's see. What else? Let's do some of this. I think as you build your layers, I put some larger pieces on the bottom, and now we're going to go with some smaller ones over the top. And I'm just kind of randomly folding them over just to give them, you know, a little bit of dimension and depth here. Let's see what else. I'm going to need, I want some more of this because I just think it's really pretty. Oh, love that. So this is kind of like collaging with fabric, which is cool. Love that. It's a good idea. Okay. Let's see, what else do I need, guys? This looks like weird right there because it's a big old piece of burlap. But never fear. We will put something over that to add to the contrast. Oh, I like this. I'll give it another little piece of this guy. I don't know. Get that guy down there. It's getting kind of thick on this end here, but so far so good. All right, now let's layer some of the smaller pieces here, or I should say the more, you know, the thinner, more accent pieces like this tulle. Love tulle. You guys know how I love to add tulle to things. Just putting it down there. Let's put that over the top like that. Get a glue glob there, but that's okay because we're going to cover up that glue glob with some jewelry or some, you know, embellishments like this guy right here. See? So that's not a problem. All right, let's stick some more tulle underneath this guy over here. So this is, I guess, it could be a variation on a snippet roll, but it's not really a roll. So, I don't know. Maybe it isn't. All right, now, ooh, get some of that. Look how pretty that is. Oh. And I gotta say, you guys, I think about 90%, ooh, I don't know, maybe more than 90%. 90% of this is all thrifted clothing or scraps or whatever you want to say. Let's see, I need some of this black just because I like it. Still a little too big. So as I'm coming up in my layering, I'm adding smaller bits, if that makes sense, so that you can still see the other ones underneath. Oh, that looks really cool, you guys. All right. Okay, now what am I going to do now? Let's see. Let's get some more of the, like I said, the more accent pieces, the thinner pieces here. This was from a homecoming dress. Yay! That looks really pretty on top of that. We'll just go with that. Get that down there. Oh, see? Oh, now it's stuck to my glue bottle. Okay. There, stay. All right. Okay, what else do I have over in this conglomeration here? Oh, I've got some ribbon. Okay, let's use some ribbon. If you notice on my example here, this is ribbon that had been folded over, and I sewed a couple buttons on. So that's kind of what I'm going for, is something like that. I don't like that part of the ribbon. I'm going to get rid of that. It had some glue on it. So get rid of that and get a nice piece, right? Okay. This is collaging with fabric. Oh, stay over there. And then, all right, get that on there. Stay down. There, it stays down. Ooh, yay. All right, what else do we have over here? Oh, it didn't. Ha, I might have to sew that. Okay, that looks really cool. All right, what else do I have here? I've got some little teeny lace trim. Let's put that on there. Okay, okay. I don't know where, but somewhere. All right, that looks fab. Now let's see, what about this? Do you see how random I'm trying to be? I don't know how random I am, but I'm trying to not be too precise, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Let's see, let's stick some of that. Yeah, that looks good under there. So we're building our layers again, because these are, you know, they're secured down, but we're still going to add some other items onto these, and we're going to sew it so that it doesn't fall apart and doesn't, you know, fall off your page or anything like that. Let's see. Oh, I have some black lace. Now, is that too black? I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's kind of too black to go over the top, but what if I cut some off and stick it underneath like that? Yep, I think that looks good. I'm going to tack that down there. All right. It's looking cool, looking cool. Now see, at the beginning I was kind of like, ee, That looks really weird. Really weird. But never fear. And you know what? Like I always tell myself, if in the end you don't like it, it's okay. It's okay. No big deal. Now see, this to me, I feel, see, here's where I'm getting kind of anal here, is I feel like this has to be over here somewhere. But I don't want it to be exactly the same, right? So what do? I don't know. It's a good question, right? I don't know. How about I add it underneath there? Let's see what happens. Now I'll have just a little bit sticking out at the bottom. Yeah, that looks good. All right, now, what do you guys think? So far, so good, right? Yay. What I am going to do here is show you some of my little embellishments that I pulled out to put on this, perhaps. So this is where, again, you go through your stuff. Oh, I didn't use this big guy. Oh, maybe, hold on. Gotta do this. I wanted to do this, so let's see. Cut a little bit off of that. Maybe I don't want to use that. Yeah, it looks good right there. All right. And this is all just stuff I have, you know, hanging around. This is fun. I love this. I absolutely love doing this. Oh, that looks cool. All right, get that down there. Get some glue on there, but that's okay because we're going to put stuff over it. All right, so back to where was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm going to get out, I got out some buttons. I got out some jewelry. These are earrings where I just clipped off the back, the pierce part of it. Got some little mini flowers here, right? Those are so cute. Look at this. Oh, oh, ho, ho, yeah. So I could have that hanging as a trim. That's cute. I don't know. So we got flowers, we've got jewels, we've got some buttons. Look at that. Oh, yay. Let's see, what else do I have? Got some little buttons in a bag, and trust me, this is not all my buttons. This is just some that I've been eyeing on using. Oh, that looks good. Look at that one. That one's cute, but not for this. No. Maybe. Okay, so there's some of those. Let's see what else. So just grab whatever you have. And then back to the flowers again. Look at these cute little guys. Oh, aren't those cute? Those little rosettes. Love that. Wonder if those would look good. Yep, but we're going to put those on as accents around our buttons. Okay, so I've got some cream ones, pink ones, that pretty little guy, rose-colored ones, maybe. All right, so there's that. So let's see, what do we want to do now? Okay, here's what we want to do now, is I do have just some regular all-purpose thread in black. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath onto the back side of that and just come up where you want to add your first embellishment. And I'm winging it, you guys. I'm really winging it. So I'm going to go through and sew that on. And I think what I'll do is I'm sewing these in clusters here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on sewing those together, and I'm going to add some little, flower embellishments along the side here or somewhere. I don't really know where. And then along with maybe my jewelry pieces, making a little cluster right there. Doesn't that look pretty? Ha, yay, yay, yay. All right, and I am going to try and get this all done in one sitting here. So rather than have you guys sit here and watch me sew on buttons, you could also glue these. It's, you don't have to sew, but if you do glue, let me start over. If you decide to glue your embellishments on, I would definitely use a very strong glue, such as E6000. This is my go-to for attaching heavier items onto fabric. So I'm going to stop the camera for just a moment while I sew on my embellishments, and I'll be back and I'll show you what I got. Hold on. Okay, I have finished sewing on all my buttons and my little flowers, and let me show it to you here. So what I've done is I've sewn on those buttons. I did add a little bit more of this black lace because I just love it. And so I sewed some buttons on and one of those gorgeous shabby chic flowers, and then some more buttons along this side here. And one thing I did do, and I wanted to make sure I told you guys that, is I went along, and as I sewed one button and then the next, and then I just went along and kind of did a running stitch underneath. And you can't really see it here, and no judgment on the back because this is going to be covered. You won't be able to see this in your journal, but I did a running stitch just along to connect the buttons. And as you can see right here, I did gather the running stitch, so I just pulled it tight, and that created a little bit of interest here. It kind of smushed the fabrics together right there in the center, but that's just something that I did. You definitely don't have to do this. So doesn't this look fabulous? And so you might be thinking, well, yeah, that's great, Pam, but how are you going to use this in your journal? Well, let me give you some ideas. I pulled out, let's see, what do I have here? I have a mini journal cover that I've just started. So think about this. Now, this may be a little bit too large for this journal cover, but you could definitely go along the side just like I did on this one. If I was to use this particular journal cover and I wanted this, I would definitely cut these down and make it smaller. You can make this as small as you like. I just liked the difference in the length of the fabrics, and if I were to cut this, I would cut some smaller, cut the ends off of some and make the others smaller so you can still see all of the fabrics underneath. So that would be gorgeous just along the side there of the journal cover. Now, if that, you're not going to use it for that, what else could you use it for? Well, I grabbed this cute little book. Isn't this cute? And I don't think I'll be using it for this book, but you never know. So just as an example, say if on one of your pages you wanted a side tuck, you could lay that along the side and glue it against your page, and then have a tuck right here along the side. And then when it's covered, when the book is closed, you'll have all of these little cute danglies on the side. Doesn't that look fabulous? I love to have things sticking out and above and all around my journals. That's just something that I like to do. And then you could also do that along the bottom and have a pocket, you know, coming down this way, and then have it sticking out of the bottom there, which I think looks just absolutely adorable. I love that. And then if you don't really want to use this whole thing in your journal, cut it up. Cut it up, like right along this side. You could cut right along there. And one thing I did want to mention, and I just thought of this, if you're doing a running stitch along the back, all of this buttons are connected together by one, you know, sewing thread. If you were going to cut this up, I would secure each button with a knot so that when you cut it, it doesn't start to, you know, the buttons don't start to all fall off because they're all connected with one thread. But that's just something to be aware of here. But what about this? Adding this to the bottom of a tag. Look how cute that would be. Oh, so if you had just that part right there, look at how cute that tag would be. Oh, yay. Love that. Love that. And then let's see, maybe a corrugated cardboard cluster. You know, just position it along the side there. Maybe cut some of these extra doodads off. But look how cute that cluster would be. Oh, yay. Oh, you guys, this is so fun. I can't wait to use this in one of my upcoming journals. You never know where this is going to appear. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have fun making one of these scrap fabric trims for your junk journals. The possibilities are endless on how you want to use this, and just let your imagination run away with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. And thank you, as always, for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.